You caught me trying to catch up feverishly. I am cutting right now for Clue 2. I'm cutting those honkin' big squares. I've got the other ones cut, but now I'm cutting those big 13 and a quarter-inch squares. I'm going to show you how to do those
Nobody's on yet.
half square triangles. Okay, good. Just let me know when they pop on. I'll hang out here and wait for you guys to pop on. Let me know. Say hi. Let me know when you're there. I'm going to keep cutting. I'll hang out and wait.
Watching.
Okay.
8.
I'm feverishly catching up with you. I'm right now cutting
10.
my 13 and a half inch, 13 and a quarter inch. Woo, that was close. 13 and a quarter inch squares. I'm going to show you how to do those big hourglass units. Need 2 of those. I'm sorry, I meant to have these cut. I'm almost done and ready. We'll get there. How are we doing over there?
19.
19. Okay. Well, I'll just keep cutting so we don't waste time.
21.
And as soon as I get these cut, I'll just start sewing and you can see how to do these. I did have a bit of a question with one so far, tester, so it helps me to know. Also, Martha says, please be sure to read. Martha's my right arm, by the way. She says, please be sure to read the instructions because you can get confused. Hopefully, you're not going to get confused because you're just going to watch me and we'll get there easily.
Do you want to go to the instructions?
Sure. Okay. This first one is really easy. Actually, I've already got some cut. So what we're going to do is, remember, red is my light. So we are going to be sewing these units just like this. We're going to have dark and light, and we're going to have our medium and light. Okay, so we'll flip that way and sew along the long edge of those to make those units. You are going to need 2 of each of them, I believe. Rectangles 2. Yeah, you're going to need 2 of each. So you'll need 4 of your lights, 2 mediums, and 2 darks for those. So that's the first section. That's these blocks here. You'll need 2 of each, 2 of your dark and light and 2 of your medium and light. And these are the ones I'm cutting right now. This block, all of our blocks are going to end up at 12.5 inches. We're going to be making 12 hourglass units here. We're going to be making 4 that have our medium and dark opposite each other with our lights. And we're going to be making 8 where they're dark and light. So I'm having you cut 6 light squares, 1 medium, and 5 dark. So you can see cutting 5 squares here. You're going to make each of those with 1 of your lights. Okay, so let me carry on. I've got my darks cut. I'm cutting my light right now. This is a big cut This is a 13 1/4 inch cut. So I am using my board, and I haven't had time to iron this yet, so you're going to see me pushing it flat, hand pressing it, straightening my edge. That's a tongue twister. Pulling it down to the edge and putting it on the line on the bottom so I can keep it straight. I need 2 strips of this. So I'll go down to my 13 using my mat. I'm going down to my 13, adding the 1/4 inch on, making sure I'm straight, cutting the strip. That's simple, not straight. Now we are. You know, your mama always used to say, don't do as I do, do as I say. Please don't do as I do today. Just because I usually am more, I don't know what a good word is, diligent about my straight lines and stuff. I am just quickly cutting so you can see today. Okay, so here's our second one of these. A way that you might want to do this to make it a little easier is fold your 13 1/2 inch strip in half the short way, maybe. So instead of leaving it in half like this and having to use a big ruler, fold it in half this way so you can use your shorter ruler, which for me helps me out heaps. So we are just going to cut off the edge, our salvage edge there. If I line up the bottom, because I folded it exactly in half, oh bother, I need to put in a new blade. I think that was just the goal there, the straw that broke the camel's back. All right, 1, 2, 13. Okay, so now I have 2 squares, 13 1/4. And my last one, I just need to trim off a little bit. Actually going to fold it the opposite way now. Cut it down to 13 1/4. I'm just going to get one set cut so we can make these. Actually, we already have enough. Oh, okay. That's nothing but a noise. I'm going to get this one cut, and then I'm going to show you how to make this hourglass. There we go. Get a different rotary cutter. Maybe it's got a better blade. $13 1/4 square. All right, so this is my, I'm sorry, that's not going to be right, just because I need my light. That's my medium and my dark. Can't make it without the light. So I need to cut at least 1 square, two squares from here. And the first thing I'm going to do after we're done live this time, I'm going to iron these fabrics and I'm going to put a new blade in. Should have done that yesterday. Oops. Screw that up. Perfect. Okay, we're almost ready. Okay, so we're going to mate a light. We're going to mate a light with a dark. Okay, so here's the red is my light, black is my dark. We're going to mate those two. Get a really long ruler. Because we need to draw a line corner to corner. Goodness. Okay, there we go. And we're going to match a medium, which is this one, with a light, and do the same thing again. Long ruler again. Just saying, that's a long way across there. This was the easiest way that I could figure out to do these, short of cutting heaps of triangles and putting them together. Okay. We're going to take our mated big ones and let's go to the machine. I currently have my 1/4 inch foot in, so hang on just a second while I swap feet. I need a good leader ender project, so if you guys have a good leader ender project you know of, that would be really cool. Instead of wasting all my little ends and stuff on this, I could make headway. We should design something. All right, now with these, you want to flick it down here. I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch away on both sides of that line. So that's what I'm doing right now. Sewing a 1/4 inch away from both sides. My 1/4 inch mark is right where the plastic and the metal meet, so I'm going to keep my line right there. Ooh, you're a bit off. Here we go. Needle down, bring it around to me, line it up, and go back. again, and we're going to cut on that line and press these toward the darker of your two fabrics. So we'll go from here to the ironing board, cutting right, whoopsie, be sure you're on the mat. Cutting right on that line. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, over to the ironing board. Here's my clue 1, by the way. I got my clue 1 ready to go. And this is clue 2. So I'm going to press toward the darker one. We need to wait a second. Sorry. There we go. That should be hot enough. Oops. Leaked some water. We have 4 half square triangle units. We have 2 with our light and medium and 2 with our light and dark. Okay. Actually, you know what? This will work better if you iron them all the same way. So if you iron toward the medium, keep it ironed toward the medium. If you iron toward the dark, keep it toward the dark. It'll nest better that way. So I'm keeping mine toward my red. Okay, we're going to stay right here for just a second. I'm going to show you how to do this. All right, so I have you make 8.
Or you can use that to show them.
No, not right now.
Is your red your dark?
The red is my light.
Yep.
The black is my dark.
And the white is your medium.
And the white is my medium. All right, now this one, I need you to do 8 of these. Sorry, that is a lie. That is such a lie. Yes, no, it's the truth. You're going to do 8 of these. You're going to do 4 like this, okay? Which will turn into 8. All right, so we're going to draw another line from corner to corner here and sew both sides that way. And you're going to end up with 2 hourglass units, dark and light. 1, 2, okay? For ease, I'm just going to pull this other one and I'm going to show you how to do the other one. We're going to do it exactly the same, except we're going to use the medium. I always, once I'm at the sewing machine is better, but you can feel both seams in there, and I always just make sure that it's in there where it needs to be before I sew down. So then we're going to draw a line, and we're going to sew 1/4 inch either line, and then we have our second one. We have our dark, light, and the medium is the opposite. So I'll do this one, and that should be good. I need to draw, oh, sorry guys, gotta go over here to draw that line where I have my long ruler. Plus, if you can feel that line in there, it'll help you to go flat over that line when you're drawing. All the way across. corner to corner. Perfect. And you see me starting in the middle and going out. I'll show you why. Because sometimes if you go like this, see how I pulled it? Can you get in closer? If you do it this way, when you pull it and right, you can pull it off center. So I start in the center and push out. Or you can walk up your ruler to keep it where it needs to be. You can walk up your ruler to keep your line straight as well. All right, let me sew this one. 1/4 inch away from that line. Starting cold turkey like that. Okay, if you want to just check and make sure if you're online, I just put my finger right there and I can see that I've nested it properly. You want those two seams to meet just like that to make your point match perfectly in the center. Finish this up. There we go. Flick it around. I don't know if you guys can see, but you can also stretch when you're doing it this way as well. So just be careful and let your feed dogs do what they need to do. The one thing that I should stress when doing sewing on the bias is steer. Don't stretch. Okay, I'm going to go cut on this line and I'll meet you at the ironing board. All right, I'm going to give you a trick while I'm here. A lot of you have asked how to pinwheel the seam in the center. You can't pinwheel this one, just saying. You can't pinwheel this one because it ends up flipping back up on itself. So the flat way is actually to iron these away from your half square triangle.
Are you using an AccuFeed foot? Somebody just got a machine and they don't know what an AccuFeed foot does.
Oh, the AccuFeed foot, that's a fun foot.
Are you using it?
I am not using it currently. I use it to quilt because that AccuFeed foot, if you'll hang on at the end, I'll show you how to use it. But if you use it when you're quilting, it's the one that actually keeps all of your big things together. All right, can you zoom in here? If I want to pinwheel this seam, I'm going to pull this apart to see how I pulled those seams apart. So what happens now that I pinwheeled that, and you can tell how to pinwheel. This one has a bigger seam allowance. You can tell how to pinwheel by how it lays. So this light is on the back, so I'm going to pull it toward the back. The dark is on the front, so I'm going to pull it toward the front. That opened up that center seam. So I'm going to press this the same way, but now when I go like this, my seams are actually going to pinwheel around. Nobody's going to be in the same they're all going to be actually in the same direction. And then that center seam, where everything meets, is actually going to look like a mini little 4 square right there. And that makes that center look so much better, so flat in the end. Okay, iron this one. Turn that wrong. And we have these two done. Like I said, you need 4 of these. And 8, let me get the instructions for you so you can see. Let's go back to the ironing board. Okay. This one is going to be this set right here. Let me lay it out exactly the same. All right, I've got light, 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 medium, medium, dark, dark. Okay, and the other one, let me just quickly get this other square triangle over here. I'm just going to fold this in half and lay it here. The other one is going to look like that. Okay, so you have 2 darks, 2 lights. And that will be this one here. The first part of that clue is very, very easy. Remember, you're just sewing 6.5 inch by 12.5 inch rectangles together, light and medium, and light and dark. So you'll end up with 2 of these and 2 of these. All right, I've shown you everything for this clue. Let me just quickly show you how to put that dual feed foot on. All right, this is what my dual feed foot looks like. I don't know if that's what yours looks like. You need to, can you flick around here to the back? I'm not strong enough. Sweetie, can you undo that with your finger? Oh, I need my screwdriver. This screw right here. Got it? Oh, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Hello. All right, I'm going to take my foot completely off. Okay, that's the foot I was using. Now I'm going to put this foot on. Same place. And I don't know if you knew, but it's in the up position right now, but if you actually raise it on up, you can lift it up higher. I don't know if you knew that. It took me a long time to figure that out, but at least it helps me get this on because this is a longer foot than others. There we go. Okay, that's on. Now I need to lift it back up. All right, because there's a little gadget right here. I don't know if you can see that gadget. This is actually attached to the machine. Okay, so I'm going to lift that foot up all the way. I'm going to bring this might be easier seen from the side. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to bring that outside thing down, and it's going to hook right in to that. Okay, so it's like now I have 2 feet on there to help me push through. This makes it, I just have some spare flying geese here. And I'm going to stack 3 flying geese together. I don't have to change anything except the stitch length when I do this. So I just change the stitch length and push it through. And it keeps the stitches even, and I sewed all those together and nothing shifted. Everything is still lined up and nothing shifted. If you have any more questions on that one, So let me know, and I'll try to help you out. I will see you in, it is 12:30. I will see you at 3. That's 2.5 hours. I will see you. So 2.25 hours, you'll see clue 3. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.